never imagined standing here when I was 17 years old. I spoke to Mr. Powell. As we were chatting, he mentioned something that I have always noticed in many of my Ascham friends, and that I've learned to recognise in myself. That something is perfectionism, the desire to be all things to all people, to strive and goal set and plan your way to the perfect life. I wanted to study overseas. I wanted to be a journalist and had done since I was quite young. Perhaps I wanted to prove that I was exceptional, that I could push myself beyond the norm. I was cautioned that moving to Chicago, where I knew no one, alone, at 18, might be a little bit tough. That maybe I should do a year at Sydney Uni and then decide, but I would not have a bar of it. I had got in and I was going, no matter what. I had my 5-year plan, my 10-year plan, my 20-year plan. I was going to be a successful journalist, I was going to live in New York, and I was going to live in a certain kind of house. I was on my way. I worked so intensely and studied so many hours that I got on the dean's list of the top students of the semester. I got into a much sought-after sorority. I was suddenly living in a house full of pretty, clever, overachieving Meghan Markles. I had entered perfectionist paradise. But I thought if I could be perfect enough at this university, then I would have to be happy. Surely that's all it would take. My homesickness became real sickness. I developed a severe eating disorder. And soon the choice to stay or go was taken out of my hands. I came home for the holidays, and in the end, I never went back. Over the next few years, I fought a life-threatening illness. I swapped university dorms for a hospital ward. I missed university, I missed 21sts, I missed a lot of the fun and the frivolity of being in my early 20s. It wasn't pretty, and it wasn't a smooth road to recovery. But I fought hard. But I now had to begin rebuilding what seemed broken beyond repair. Where was my perfect life? I felt like I could never catch up and that maybe I had wasted my opportunities. I finished my degree, which had been put on hold for all of those years, and I got a low-level job at a magazine publisher called ACP, and I was prepared to let the job take me wherever it might go. My 5-year, 10-year, 20-year plans had been so disrupted. What did I have to lose now by going with the flow? Next up, I went to a PR agency that had a few clients in the area I knew I loved, food and hospitality. Again, I started right at the bottom. I knew nothing about PR, but I knew my area of expertise, and by then I was accustomed to starting from scratch. I had learnt that I may as well give things a go. Suck it and see, as my dad had said a lot while I was sick. What's the worst thing that can happen? That became my mantra. Before I knew it, I was starting a business at 27. It's now almost 10 years old. We have 14 full-time staff, we have a second office in Melbourne, we have a reputation as the leading brand specialists in PR in food, drink and travel in the country. We are unapologetically specialised and very niche. The business is built on not being all things to all people. As a recovering perfectionist, I deal daily with the fact that things never go quite to plan when you have your own business, and that things will go wrong, sometimes horribly, scarily wrong. But that's not failure. And that I can't measure my worth by whether people think I am perfect. I am still an Ascham girl at heart, which means I am good at planning, good at time management. I have goals and expectations of myself, and I am constantly trying to improve. So go out there, have a crack. Don't have a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, or a 20-year plan, but be thrilled in the knowledge that you don't know exactly where your life will go. If you have your moral compass tuned at all times, you are truly passionate about something, be it rocket science, magazines, your family, or Gossip Girl reruns. You will have more than enough. And who knows, you may end up somewhere far more exciting than you ever imagined.